Like,
yes.
What are you today? Are you black or white today?
I don't know what I am today.
Okay. You're not
I'm
sure?
just crazy today.
We're gonna need for you to know.
Messy.
God, that's messy.
Yes!
I need all the Virgos to stand up and explain some things. What the hell does Gizelle Bryant have over the decision makers at the Bravo Network, at the truly original production company, and over Andy Cohen? What is it? I think it's quite clear for all to see that she is somewhat favored on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Biggest telltale sign is how things continue to be handled at each and every season reunion, where Andy Cohen doesn't make her count as much as he does the other ladies. And on this particular show, that would be true especially for Candiace, whom he interrogates with the most passion amongst all the girls. And when the seating chart came out, many of us thought, okay, things are finally beginning to move forward, because at the very least, the most prominent seats should be going to the people who've had the most impactful storylines. And that's something that Gizzy has not been able to deliver in a very long time, since the main focus of her presence on the show has been instigating drama with the other ladies to keep things going. Gizzy actually acknowledged the ghost producing credits once before in an interview with Carlos King. I think she's very much aware of what she's doing. Except it's not really working, because a lot of people are threatening to boycott the show the next season. Especially now that Candiace has left, it's hard to think about what the next season could look like, now that we know what a disaster of a season this was. But before we get into the boycotts, the petitions for Gizelle to be fired, and the overall backlash after the season and its triggering reunion, I really wanted to figure out what could be the reason that Gizelle is so protected on this production. Like, they'd rather watch the whole house burn down than to be fair in the way they assess problems in the relationships amongst the cast and how that has affected the show's quality. And the thing is, I don't think I had noticed just how much of a mean girl Gizelle can be.
No, it's not cool. And here comes the talker.
I can't stop talking, right? Miss, I can't stop talking?
Yeah, I was just trying to talk to Ashley.
This is my house. I can stand wherever I want to stand. I can talk as much as I want. Don't be disrespectful in my home.
I'm not.
You are.
You're being a little aggressive.
I'm not being a little aggressive. You're being very disrespectful.
But taking a deep dive back in the archives will show you that what we are seeing now has always been there from the get-go. And that is the perception that she tends to go after people's marriages to deflect from her own life.
You always want to talk about somebody, but you ain't got nobody, but okay.
No, because this was already a thing all the way back in the first season when she started spilling tea about infidelity in Chariss's marriage.
Now, you've also put out some information about Charisse, saying that she cheated, her and Eddie cheated on each other.
Yeah.
So that's verified information?
She told me that out of her mouth, in her basement. Yes.
She cheated with a
Are you
fireman?
sure you're not pulling the fade
Fade,
to pop
right?
tail?
So like a fade in there.
No, she told me that.
Okay.
Yes. Now, she told me that prior to the show, but she told me that.
So nothing is off limits, even though she told you prior to the show you would that look.
It is what it is. You cheated on your husband. You told me that. I mean,
But did she
That's
put
not
out
your
a...
place to tell everybody, though.
but it was because it came.
Yeah, was it your place, Gizelle? But then again, not even Ray has been left unscathed through the years.
I've realized the reason why she has a problem with every Hue Beauty. Because my business partner, Erica Lyles, is someone that Karen doesn't like. Because when Erica was with me at a Christmas party, Ray stalked her at the party the entire night. And Karen knows it.
We all know that.
No, we don't know that.
Yes.
We don't know
Anytime
that.
Ray's around Erica, he leaves you in the dust.
Look, I'm not coming for her over that, because let's be real, this is a reality show about the ensemble and their lives. As such, obviously, things will be laid on the table, and that's a big part of the plots and storylines that keep viewers interested. But, and here's where we need to talk about it, we can't have the likes of Candiace being treated like they are constantly taking it too far or crossing the line with their reads, when some cast members are using those mouths to utter the most shocking things about people's personal lives. See what I mean? As far as coming from marriages is concerned, I think this has been a big part of Gizelle and the way she's moved on RHOP. Along with Ashley and Robyn, they've been able to get away with coming for Chris and his reputation. On season 7, we sat through a never-ending back and forth about Chris making Gizelle feel uncomfortable when he was alone with her in a hotel room. It's the semantics, and Gizelle is smart. She knew exactly what she was doing. And for those who think that this might have been a retaliation to Candiace after she dragged Michael Darby over those sexual harassment allegations, Like, yeah, let's see how you will cope with that heat, since you want to have a big mouth about my husband and his alleged butt-touching sessions. Let's not forget that Gizelle went as far as saying Chris is a sneaky link who tried to see if she was with it. All the while, Ashley was trying to sell us a story that Chris had slid in her DMs. And all of that was before Ashley brought Deborah to the show, who very falsely claimed that Chris and Addie had both tried hitting on her.
I can't help you with the kind of crazy stories that you tell. This makes no sense to me.
It's clear that a whole conspiracy was being executed by the girls, and it's really unfortunate because I don't think some of the things said are to be toyed with. Candy Pants dragged Jeezy at the season 7 reunion.
You had 6 months plus to bring this to me if it was an issue, and you purposely, you talked to me, you played in my face, you hugged me, you came around me, you were in my space. You waited until you had an opportunity to sit in front of a camera one-on-one to use an audience of millions of people.
Correct.
To make my husband look like a predator.
No.
And you are not. Shut up.
No.
Oh, Lord. Okay, we good.
And look at how that ended. Well, we are now finding out that prior to the season 8 reunion, she had received a direction from production to keep it cute and to hold back in the spirit of moving forward.
I maybe took a sort of different approach at this reunion at the request of the network to try and be less vitriolic and more in a space and a spirit of moving forward. And you know, you saw some of that, I think. And there were things that I would have said had I not been given those directives. But at this juncture, it feels moot.
Was that the spirit of moving forward, Andy? Child, they are protecting Gizelle and they are doing it so blatantly. Rolling the tapes back to previous seasons, it's hard not to find that Gizelle had always fancied herself to be the queen of the show, vetting the new girls and refusing to be outshone all the time. Like, leave Monique alone about her 4 homes, girl.
We're actually looking for a home in Potomac, Maryland.
You don't have a home?
I have 4 homes.
Okay.
Gizelle can never be blamed for Monique throwing hands. But also, Jeezy had a problem with Monique and yeah.
Since I've been coming around, you're the only person that's been like standoffish.
That didn't work out very well in the end for Monique.
But it does feel like she thinks that she has the power to remove me from the show.
Right.
Well, maybe she does have some power. Maybe she does, it now seems. Or at least a big pull with the producers. Because Nneka ran to her after filming the first episode to say, "Oh, why, thank you so much for being so nice to me."
First time I met her, when the scene was over and we were going home, she came up to me and she was like, "Gizelle, thank you so much for being nice to me." And I was like, what did you expect?
Yeah.
But she expected for me to be like, "Ah."
And now that the viewers are being cheated out of an opportunity to experience Candiace becoming a mom, I would think the network would really want some answers. But who will they direct their frustration to now that their main scapegoat and punching bag has left? A big clue for me is when Karen said something about Dr. Wendy not being the right aesthetic for the show, and we wondered what that could possibly be. Because Zen-Wen and Candy Pants are the most accomplished women on the show. They are happily married, which only matters because the show is literally about housewives.
Karen from day one was trying to get you kicked off this show.
Oh, I know that.
So Karen, in Newburgh, you pulled me to the side and you said to me, "Gizelle, I don't like Wendy. Wendy does not fit this show."
I wonder what this aesthetic of being a good fit for the show entails. Hey, Karen? Sorry, Karen. Just asking questions. And we are getting into it. Comment down below, like and share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Welcome back to the QUENCH channel, and welcome to the protected Gizelle's untouchable pool with the producers. I'm actually hoping that Gizelle is okay wherever she is, because the backlash has been a lot, honestly. It would be a lot for anyone. But it does sound like she has thick skin to handle it all, which is important because her mental well-being matters too. Everyone's mental well-being matters. And to start, I'll say that Jeezy has been one of the brightest stars on the show. Let's not forget how entertaining she can be, how funny, witty and sharp her reads are, and everything else she has brought to the show, besides being oh so gorgeous, especially because the show was initially built around her and Karen. There's a perception now that she is being protected so much by production that they have allowed it to run the show to hell, and to the hell under that. As far as my theory is concerned, I really think it just boils down to the fact that they wanted to build a black show that is distinguishable from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, let's talk about it. And they've talked openly about it, the need for different types of blackness to be platformed. That there are black people with green eyes and racially ambiguous features who are, and I quote, about it too. Okay. And if Gizelle were to be thrown out now that Robyn is out and Ashley's flute is barely staying afloat, I think the producers sometimes fear that the show would have lost its core identity. I don't know. Certainly seems that way. What do you guys think? Comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye.